Hey everyone, it's Gamer Studios here, and guys, today, welcome back to another video on the Lucasfilm Games series. Today, we're going to be continuing with Battlefront 3, obviously, and we're going to be taking a look at the game modes and maps. Now, when it comes to the maps for Battlefront 3, I'm actually going to be making a part 2 video on this, where I'm just going to talk about the maps that I would like to see make its way into Battlefront 3, large scale, mid scale, small scale. That's all going to be in part 2, which will probably come out later on. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the game modes. So, if you guys happen to enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, ring the notification bell. And what do you think about my listing on the game modes for Battlefront 3? And if you agree with them. So, with that being said, let's get right to it. So when it came to Battlefront 2015 and Battlefront 2 2017, there were a decent amount of game modes between both of those games. Battlefront 2015 had more game modes, but Battlefront 2 2017 had much better game modes, such as Galactic Assault, Co-op, Capital Supremacy, and a much better HVV than what we got back in Battlefront 2 2015, since it was only the original trilogy characters, and Battlefront 2 2017 went across all three eras. Now, honestly, this was kind of an interesting choice on trying to figure out which game modes would make it in its way into Battlefront 3. And this was kind of my listing on it. So, starting off with the offline play. And this is where things got more complex, so to speak. This is where more of my ideas would come in for offline play. So obviously we have co-op and instant action. Co-op was kind of our multiplayer offline kind of deal, to where we could play with a group of friends and we could just battle waves of AI, whether it was heroes, reinforcements, or an infantry. It was absolutely insane. Co-op was really fun and really enjoyable, and it made getting the old Master Maul skin a lot better and feel more achieving than ever. But it was a much easier way to basically grind on levels than it was with the online play, which made it kind of hard to level up your characters. And co-op definitely, I think, needs to return, but I would like to see a way to where private matchmaking needs to make its way into these game modes in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's where instant action could actually come in to give us the private matchmaking that we want. Now, instant action in Battlefront 2 2017 wasn't that bad. It went across all the maps. For Supremacy, you had the co-op missions and everything, where it was basically offline play. It was pretty much it was pretty much Supremacy, basically. But instant action didn't go as far as, oh, let's do HVV offline, Hunt offline, Galactic Assault, Starfighter Assault offline. Now the Galactic Assault offline and the blast and all that stuff, that was kind of with the arcade. But instant action was just solely for Supremacy and co-op, nothing really else. And that's where DICE could actually approve with instant action, is to take everything from the arcade and bring it into instant action. Be able to do co-op with your friends, split screen. Split screen was something that I was really looking forward to, and I didn't really do it much, but instant action, with the split screen would just be really great. It brings back a lot of old memories with the original Battlefront games, and that's where DICE should focus on, and when it comes to instant action. So now that we've gone through kind of the offline game modes, with instant action being a huge offline game mode, to where you can have private matchmaking, do all sorts of stuff, and co-op kind of being your multiplayer offline kind of situation because you're fighting against bots. Now we're on to the online play. So starting off with the larger scale game modes, this is Supremacy and Galactic Assault. Now originally was Capital Supremacy, but they changed it to Supremacy because of the original trilogy not having any capital ships, which is something that I think which was a huge major flaw in the original trilogy update when it came to Supremacy. I mean, like maps like Tatooine, Hoth, Endor, it would have made a lot of sense to have like capital ships on those maps, but obviously planets like Scarif or the Death Star wouldn't really work. But DICE could have easily done that with a bunch of other maps, And obviously, we just got Scarif. We didn't get Solus. We didn't get Bespin. And I think that's where DICE should really focus on when it comes to the larger scale maps, especially Galactic Assault. Galactic Assault was abandoned, believe it or not. If you really think that it wasn't abandoned, I mean, what's wrong with you? Like, the last map that GA received was Geonosis, and that was all the way back in 2018. And that was the last map. The game lasted for over 2 years, and the last map that Galactic Assault received was Geonosis. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. So, obviously, with the larger scale modes, obviously maps like Tatooine, Endor, Yavin, and Hoth could have received capital ships, and I think the capital ships stuff should remain, but also you can have maps with no capital ships to where it would actually make sense. And also with the larger scale game modes, I think DICE could definitely learn something from Battlefront 2015, which is what they did, where they had multiple different maps of the same planet. And that's something that I'm going to go further on in part 2. So next up we have Starfighter Assault. Now Starfighter Assault was kind of basically abandoned because the company who was doing Starfighters left. So Starfighter Assault definitely needs to return, and I would like to see some more atmospheric and space battles, definitely. Now, Heroes vs. Villains definitely needs to return. Honestly, there's no reason why it wouldn't, so that's an obvious. Next up is Hunt. Now, I actually have a video coming out for Hunt where I'm going to cover everything that they could do for Hunt in Battlefront 3. And honestly, it's going to be really great, and I can't wait to cover it. Next up is Extraction. Now, Extraction is kind of your mid-scale game mode, similar to Starfighter Assault and Blast and Galactic Assault in terms of scale of players, but I would like to see DICE somehow implement some way, shape, or form of being able to use vehicles or some sort of blaster heroes to where it would kind of make the game mode feel different compared to Galactic Assault, Supremacy, and etc. So, and I would definitely like to see more maps in Extraction. Now, finally is your Team Deathmatch game mode, Blast. Obviously, it's completely obvious. There's no reason why they wouldn't add it. And, I mean, it's your average Team Deathmatch game mode. So, anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. Let me know, guys, what do you think about all of this? Do you agree with my decisions on the game modes? Do you think private matchmaking should definitely make its way? Do you think we could get multiple maps of the same planet? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.